Welcome to 3-Act Structure Explained, where we prove that every movie is secretly the same movie. This time we're looking at the first movie of the MCU, Iron Man. Ready? Go. In Act 1, Tony Stark is loving life. He's a billionaire, genius, playboy, nepo baby who inherited his father's weapons company. Everyone loves and adores him. There's just the tiny problem of him, running a weapons company, profiting off war and pain and suffering. Not that he cares. In general, he's used to doing whatever he wants and getting whatever he wants without thinking about the consequences.
I'll be out of a job with these.
And what do you say to your other nickname, the Merchant of Death?
That's not bad.
In the inciting incident, Tony visits Afghanistan and gets ambushed and kidnapped by terrorists. That attack also leaves him with shrapnel in his heart, put there by one of his own weapons, no less. The terrorists want him to make a weapon, but Tony creates an arc reactor to power a suit of armor that he uses to escape. You could say he turned himself into an Iron Man.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
Tony gets back to the States with a new invention and a crisis of conscience. He's seen the harm that his weapons can do and that they're in the hands of all kinds of evil people around the world. So he shuts down weapons manufacturing at Stark Industries. Sounds great, right? But this is just another impulsive decision he made without thinking ahead, and he doesn't have as much control over his company as he thinks he does. It tanks his company's stock and he gets blocked by the board. Tony is used to doing everything alone, and he needs to figure out who he can trust and let them help him. People like his assistant, Pepper Potts, whom he obviously has feelings for, but won't admit it. But maybe he should be more suspicious of his CEO, Obadiah Stane, who acts like an ally, but is probably definitely scheming behind his back. In the midpoint, Tony goes down into his workshop to see if he can improve on the armor he made, and he finally makes the real Iron Man suit that we all know and love. And he kisses Pepper. Almost. But the terrorists collect the pieces of Tony's first suit to reverse engineer one of their own. The second half of Act 2 is when Tony starts uncovering the truth. He finds out about another terrorist attack that used Stark weapons and figures out that Obadiah was doing deals with them behind his back. So Tony reveals his Iron Man suit to the public by flying in to stop the terrorists. He's going to take back all the Stark weapons from around the world by himself. Again, that's a good thing to do, but he's being stupid and reckless and putting his life on the line to do all of this by himself. When Pepper confronts him, he finally realizes that she can help him. Pepper learns that Obadiah was the one who arranged to have Tony kidnapped and killed so that he could have full control of Stark Industries. And now he's trying to build his own Iron Man suit using the pieces the terrorists found. He can't quite figure it out, though.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave! With a box of scraps!
So in the all is lost moment, he breaks into Tony's house and paralyzes him to steal the arc reactor. Tony's laying there dying, and Obadiah walks out ready to build a fleet of iron suits. But Tony survives thanks to Pepper saving his spare arc reactor. Get it? Somebody else has his heart. In the climax, Tony fights Obadiah in suit-to-suit combat. And he's able to win by dropping him into the giant arc reactor, which he pulls off by putting himself in the way of the blast, and with an assist from Pepper.
Just do it!
You die!
In the resolution, Tony admits to being Iron Man, Stark Industries isn't selling weapons anymore, and Tony and Pepper finally confess their feelings.
If I were Iron Man, I'd have this girlfriend who knew my true identity. She'd be a wreck. She'd always be worrying that I was going to die against her crowd.
So, what did the characters learn from this, and what can we learn? Here are the major themes of the story. Redemption. When your actions hurt people, it's your responsibility to make things better. Love. You'll never be truly happy if you push everyone away. You need to let yourself be vulnerable and let other people into your life. And recklessness. Acting on short-term pleasure and impulse eventually leads to long-term consequences that come back to bite you. Most of the time.
I am Iron Man.
Click the card on the left to see how another movie follows 3-act structure. Click the card on the right for a full explanation of what 3-act structure is and how it works. Subscribe if you like these videos and want to see more. And leave a comment if there's a movie you want to see the channel talk about next.